Hey guys, welcome, welcome. Super excited to have you guys here. I have a very special guest with us today, Austin, who's going to walk us through all the possibilities when it comes to AI. Hey Austin, thanks for joining us today. How's it going?
Going great. Good to be here.
So, Austin, why don't you quickly introduce yourself? Because a lot of folks are probably wondering what your background is and why you're joining me today.
Sure. Austin, I'm in digital advertising for many, many years. I've had a full service agency now 23 years. And we work in a variety of businesses, helping companies grow and scale. And I also have a tech background. I've built and scaled lots of technology companies. Some you've heard of, some you haven't. Probably many you haven't. But we've been in deep learning for about 6 years internally, and we work on the projects that create AI. So part of what we want to do here and help everyone here understand just the basic fundamentals of how AI can be leveraged to help grow your business and speed along processes that would generally take hiring out of knowledge workers, which we don't like to remove jobs, but we like to create efficiencies and help people upskill. And so in this case, we can leverage a lot of AI tools to make your life a lot easier and get your products published faster, which will allow you to have continued exposure and generate more profits and sales.
Yeah, so so Austin was introduced to me because Austin was looking for ways to test a few tools that he's working on that are leveraging print on demand and AI. And so, why I wanted to bring him in, first of all, he's extremely knowledgeable when it comes to anything AI, way more than I am, which is why I wanted to bring him in. And probably the reason you're here is because you're curious about how AI can help you create, first and foremost, better mockups for either your apparel or jewelry brand, POD brand. But you're also curious as to how you can better leverage AI to step up your design game, which we all know with Midjourney and even DALL-E too, like there's just a lot of possibilities. But what I love about Austin is that he has plethora of knowledge as to better tools that we can leverage, which he's going to share with us shortly, along with what is possible with whether it's mockups, but also creating your own designs. So, without further ado, I wanted to first quickly talk about the possibilities of creating mockups for apparel, because that's something that's been an extremely hot topic for folks who are looking to create better mockups than what is available with Printful or any other print on demand suppliers out there. And I know last time you shared with me like a really cool software. So I would love for you to like share what that is and kind of like what the possibilities are there.
Sure, sure. And so there's for mock-up generation. So one of the things, generating the mock-up is one thing, but then how do we fit that on a lifestyle model, right? How
Mhm,
do we make that look different than every other person out there, right? Because
mhm.
differentiating yourself, being unique is help sell. And I think we're at a stage of print on demand today where, if I see a mock-up from Printify or Printful, I instantly recognize it personally because I'm
In the
heavily
industry, yeah.
industry. But to me, that's a turnoff, right? Because I'm seeing just a print on demand model. And so what AI is going to allow us to do is change that model and do it in our own way and do it in ways that, we can create our own look and feel. We can create, our own diversity in our models. And we can do that with whatever face we want, with whatever body type we want. And we can use AI to kind of augment lifestyle photography and we use tools. So one of the tools we use is called Booth.ai. And
Okay. Let me share that one sec.
yep. So,
Booth.ai.
yeah, so Booth is it's a powerful tool that they've trained over 50 AI mock-up models,
Mhm.
be able to seamlessly flat lay or do lifestyle swaps with print on demand products or in general, real life products. So,
Mm-hmm.
they work with large companies like Living Spaces to help them, create AI mockups for their product catalogs. But one of the cool things that they do is, and we've worked with them on this. So a lot of the printful print on demand products are now available inside of their software. You can just take your mockup that you have downloaded from Printify or wherever you're creating it from. You upload that to Booth, and then you choose one of their 50 faces, or you can describe your own with AI, and then you can describe the scene. And then once you go through that workflow, it uses AI to take that product, or, in this case, maybe it's a t-shirt, and it's going to seamlessly and effortlessly put it onto the model. And now you're going to have a result that is, it looks like you hired a person to come into a studio and shoot this photo wearing your product. And it's so right now what it does is it uses the same pose and posture that your print on demand mockup has. So just keep that in mind. You can't modify that yet. That's the
Mm-hmm.
future of where AI is heading. And as we know on this track, every 3 months we're seeing new tools released that are giving us more and more capability. But I think the cool part about it is the ability to effortlessly transfer your print on demand mockup onto a real life person. If I'm a member of Booth, so I can show you how this works actually.
Yeah, hold on. So why don't you share your screen instead? I think that'll be better.
Yep.
Because I need to.
And so let me just get onto the right page on my side.
So guys, that was booth.ai.
Yep. So if I go present, share screen.
Okay, cool. I see it.
Are you able to see it?
Yeah.
So this is this is a printful product, but it's like a flower dress, right?
Mhm.
And here's Booth's options. So I literally now we would choose a female mock-up for this because of the body type. Not necessarily need to, but I think for the sake of this demo, we will. We'll
Unless you want to be playful.
it's funny, we did this. If you choose, we have children's products. If you
Mhm.
put a children's product on an adult, it looks really funny.
Really?
Yeah. So one of the things you can do is describe your scene. They automatically generate prompts for you to make it easier.
Mhm.
We'll leave that as is. Let's see what it comes up with. And on advanced here, we have the product likeness. We want that at 100%. Their designation is 0 to 1, because we want it to look exactly the same.
Mhm.
We can also set a custom background if we wanted to be on like a flat background. And as you can see here, I can also choose this one, which would allow me to describe the
The
person.
kind of face you want?
Yeah, but for the sake of this, we will do what, I forget which one I chose. Maybe we go with her. All right. So it doesn't matter. You could do as many as you want, and you can create diversity and and everything else. So what it's doing now is it's sending the request in to Booth to generate these, and it takes just a second here, but we'll see it. Um, it should pop in here any second now and start generating. Um, and it's going to show me it's going to use 20 credits to do this. They also have these other features. Fashion scene change, you can swap the scene behind the person. Flat lay to person, that's if you have something like this. Um,
Mhm.
let's see, here it goes. It picked up the request. So a flat lay to person would be like if she's not wearing it already. Like our mock-ups, as you can see in our mock-ups, they're already wearing it. So we're
Mhm.
using a person lifestyle swap. If it's just flat lay on like this kind of an item, you would want to use this model because it's just segmenting out the thing or the product before it puts it on the person. But if we go here, we can see it's generating. So it's taking our printful mockup. Now, mind you, these have already been done, right? So these are examples. So this isn't even the printful one. This is the booth output image. And so we had chosen this model. In your prompt, you can describe her his or her expression, like smiling, serious, whatever you you act like you're the director of your own photo shoot, right? And
Mm-hmm.
you can get fun with it. I personally enjoy using this software because it allows me to create diversity of images across our e-commerce pages. So
Mm-hmm.
so people don't see it as the same, printful hoodie guy every time.
Right.
Right. And then also, if you have multiple products that you're also not going to get stuck doing that. Right. So here we go. What's interesting is I wonder what my image positioning here was. See, that's the other thing you get to do is yeah. So, okay. So I see what happened here. So in the original mock-up that comes from Printful, you'll notice she doesn't have legs and the top of her
Mm-hmm.
head is cut off. See, here's a great example of how AI helps. So if I would have adjusted her, which we can just do that real quick,
Mm-hmm.
I adjust her like this, and I
Oh,
put,
it's gonna have her full bodied
yep,
or
it's going to fill in the rest of her head. It's going to fill out the rest of her legs for us automatically. And
that's amazing.
so that's also something really cool when you have products that you have no control of their output. You can use tools like this to come in and augment them. And as we can see, the scene that it selected was this like old wooden tavern scene. You can do Central Park in springtime. You can do
Mhm.
winter scenes, like she could be in the snow. If you have like a hoodie or a winter product, you would choose different scenes. Or
We
you
could do like indoor studio, like
That's right.
indoor
You
photo shoot studio,
absolutely, and using their tool for
prompt
uh,
generation.
custom background. For
Ah,
example, if I enable custom background, and then I can put the hex for a green screen in here, which
mm,
uh, we can easily Google what that code is. And then you put that code in here, and then that puts him on exact green screen color. And then professionals can put that into Photoshop or editing tools. So you can now have her on a transparent background, and then manipulate her in that way. So I think it just depends on your level of competency, right? And we're all learning. So one of the things I do see is tools like this help bridge the gap to being more comfortable with higher, you know, um, a more advanced software, right? Because it does a lot of the steps for you. So here we go. So you can see now she's got more legs, she's got a full head,
mhm.
because we've changed her positioning in the scene, and our original model did not have a head and the legs were cut off. Um, and then if I check out, so that's another cool thing about Booth is they charge you for the ones you keep, you know.
Mm,
So you're going to spend 20 credits to keep this one, not necessarily spend 20 credits to generate it.
mhm.
So I can download this immediately with the Booth watermarks on it for my catalog to choose if I like it. I can, rate these so they're easier for me to find later as I'm going through my creative process, and then I can make the choice to pay for them and upload them to my store. And so and it's not expensive. It's all these AI tools. It's a credit driven economy. Right now, it's really cheap for users to kind of engage and get involved. And all these products. I've uploaded a lot of products in here just to see how they could look. So this is a Mickey Mouse. You know,
Oh yeah, a Mickey Mouse
yep,
skirt, right? Because the old Mickey Mouse now is no longer IP.
that's correct. So this is the 19 or 18, or I think it's 19.
1930,
It's like 40. Is it 1928? That's the
the
that's
cutoff.
that's the cut. No, so 1928 Steamboat Willie Mickey Mouse, which is this one, is free of copyright. What you want to do is you can see the 1928 there. What I
Mhm.
did was I declare 1928 on any of my Mickey prints just so I don't run into potential issues. You don't
Mhm.
have to. Lawyers are all debating what's the use of this, right? But I think Disney has made it clear that if it's the 1928 Mickey, they're not touching it because it's lost its copyright. So yes, you can use 1928 Mickey Mouse on your designs now, which is really cool. And as the years go on, more of Disney's older characters will be released because copyright law is I think it's like 100 and something
Yeah,
years. I'm not a lawyer, but
neither am I.
but it's fun to kind of experiment with this kind of stuff. So as you can see here, it gave me three options for her, and then you can choose the one you want, and then you download it, and now you have this dress. And then I described the top that she would be wearing, and in this case, I leveraged AI as well to ask it for an opinion on fashion and style advice. So by uploading the image of my original skirt, skater skirt here, to ChatGPT 4, which you can upload images. I then asked ChatGPT 4, what would you pair this skater dress with? And then
Mm.
it gave me options. And then I said, revise that into an AI prompt that would work with Booth. And then it gave me that prompt. I came back over to Booth and I put that into my description of how to dress her. So this was created
Yeah.
based on style advice that came out of GPT-4. Um,
So actually, that's really good feedback because I think what a lot of people get, and I mean, including myself, intimidated by are the prompts. And it's true with ChatGPT 4, even like the 3.5. I mean, 3.5 might not work with all the versions, but you are able to get prompts by simply asking ChatGPT. So in this case, you just have to use ChatGPT 4 and be specific as to which software you plan to use, and then it will help you create different prompts.
Yeah, and what's cool is it's not a bias to itself. So
Mm.
if you ask it for prompts associated with its competitors, it 100% will answer you, and it answers you accurately. It's not going to pad its responses or try to keep you in its internal system. So it works with any AI tool. The other thing is it can be helpful in helping you discover new AI tools. So
Mm.
if you want to know if AI is capable of something, that's the quickest way to learn is to go to the AI and ask and say,
Mm.
"Hey, ChatGPT, is it possible to take the image of my dress and put it on another mockup?" And it will go to work and explain to you companies like Booth exist and that is a capability. And then you can go out and discover these companies and play with the prompts and prompt engineering. I refer to it kind of like I don't know how old everyone is, but we back in the early days of MySpace.com when we started learning that you could modify the HTML to make your page look differently. And a lot of people learned that if they changed the word blue to red, it would change the color. They didn't necessarily understand all the code. They understood certain words that they understood they could change without screwing up the code. I think
Mhm.
prompt engineering is going to be very similar in that respect, where
Yeah.
we have very advanced prompts where we just go in and change dog to cat, and now we get an entirely different result without having to learn how to actually write the whole prompt, or as we, mentioned before, putting the prompt that you're trying to use into ChatGPT and asking it for help rewriting it. So while we're on that subject, I'll go
So
back
I
to a
wanted to ask you actually, hold on, oh, you're gonna share the ideogram. Yeah,
yeah.
so I actually wanted to ask you as well, when it comes to jewelry, would we be able to use Booth.ai or is it only working with apparel?
Yeah, so if it's a accessory, I think is what they call them.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're more expensive, but so they have accessories like handbags and jewelry. They're
Hmm.
working on putting those on products. You can do product scene change. So
Right.
this is
Or
more
more
like,
like a mock-up, right?
yeah,
And
so
like
these
in
are more like,
situation.
like
Mhm.
Photo Room, or there's apps that take your it uses image segmentation to cut the image out of the scene, and then it puts a new background behind it. And what AI really helps with is the lighting.
Mm.
So I think that's a difference between going into Photoshop and trying to do that is you would have
Mhm.
to use numerous layers and effects to create the proper shadows and lighting. Whereas in diffusion, which is what AI is, it's figuring all that out for you on the fly. So I think AI can be helpful in creating the right alignment, the right perspectives, so it looks legitimate. We've
Yeah.
seen a lot of Photoshop things that you can tell are Photoshopped, uh,
Right, right, right.
making it harder to distinguish that. And so they
Yeah.
have different tools here. When we're talking about prompt engineering, though, the best, product for image generation for say T-shirts or that kind of thing, in my opinion, is iDiagram. So
Mm.
iDiagram is for ex-Googlers that worked on the early party model at Google. So when people ask, well, who's the best at AI? Is it OpenAI? Is it Google? Is it Meta? The truth to that is everyone's been working on it for several years, if not
Mhm.
decades, right? Not necessarily diffusion work because it required a lot of servers. But now in present day, everyone has access to these tools. But people are saying, "Oh, Google doesn't do AI." Well, of course they do AI. They do AI better than most people. So when the guys left Google and started iDiagram, the thing I like what they've created is the ability to do text really well. And so I'm just going to create let's come up with one on the fly. So a graphic for a T-shirt, which features a raccoon. I spelled
Yeah,
raccoon.
raccoon are very popular right now. And if
Yeah,
you guys have any ideas, feel free to add them in the comment section.
yeah. So a graphic T-shirt which features a raccoon eating a bowl of cherries um, in sunlight. I'm going to say word, I just, yeah, phrase in text on top that says, happy, and phrase in text on bottom, which says, maybe birthday. Maybe it's a birthday thing. So graphic T-shirt, which features a raccoon eating a bowl of cherries in sunlight, and I'll even say wearing a birthday hat. Um, and then I wanted to be in a different style, so maybe 1950s retro. So one of the cool things they do is what's called magic prompt. And so they actually will feed this forward into the AI model, kind of like ChatGPT, and it's going to help change this for them. And then
Mhm.
aspect ratio, we get to choose our aspect ratio. You can also choose from numerous ones depending on how you want to do it. And then what just happened here? And then they have additional settings too. So if we wanted to tile this, say we wanted to make it a seamlessly repeating pattern, we could go in the tile mode. That sounds fun. Let's do that. And then, sorry, this keeps popping down. Um, and then we just click generate here. So we're in private. So as a pro user, I have the access to private. Since you guys are selling things, you don't want other people stealing your designs. I would recommend have an account and be private. But anyone can sign up for free and just start playing around with it. Those would be public, at which point someone else could technically have your design. So I'll click generate here. You'll see how quickly it works. So it takes about 30 seconds in total to create four examples of this. So we're creating, as you can remember, a raccoon eating a bowl of cherries in sunlight. We wanted to be in like 1950s retro style. We wanted to say happy birthday. It's putting, as you can see, it's putting the text exactly where we want it. And we asked it to make a pattern. And so now we have a seamlessly repeating tiling pattern for textiles. If I had asked it to just do a single image, that's what we would have gotten. And then I can choose to download this immediately and one by one, all the way up to 8x8 tile to use, in whatever capacity I want. If I go back in here and I say, turn tile off, we'll try again where we're not getting the tile. And that's the other cool part is it's limitless. So you can generate 100 in a row and then just pick the one you think is best for your customers. And these graphics in 1 by 1 square work perfect for graphic tees. And then here you have it. So look at the fidelity on these. Like this one would look really cool on a graphic tee. That is 100% original art that you now own as the prompt engineer. So no one else in the world would ever be able to create that or have that, or it's not distinctive of anything that actually exists. It's completely unique. And so you can do this for if you're doing any kind of product that uses art. So I've seen iDiagram used for people that do book covers all the way through graphic tee design to
And why do you like it better than Midjourney or DALI 2 or any other stuff that's available out there?
Well, iDiagram's the best for text. So as you can see, it's
Mm.
got this text exactly right. It's styled
Mhm.
properly. It's clean. It doesn't have, it doesn't have jumbled letters. What you'll find with other programs like Dolly or Midjourney is they weren't fine-tuned on text from the start. So now, don't get me wrong; those companies are all working on that, right? So that's the
Mhm.
next iteration. iDiagram was just the first to do it well. And
Mm.
it's available today. So it's really good at text. It struggles with long form text. So don't give it a paragraph to write, but saying happy birthday or if you have a name for your store, right, your brand, you can do it with your brand and it will come up with text. iDiagram, I hear a lot of people are also using it for logo design right now. So they
Mm.
describe a logo they want to have designed, and iDiagram can build that for them. So it's as we can see, we got all these options um, to choose from. And then if we want to come in and enhance our prompt, well, that's
Mhm.
the other thing I'll show you. So we chose magic prompt, right? So
Mhm.
so our original prompt was this. This is the magic prompt. And so as you can see, the AI took our original prompt and it reformatted it to work better with itself.
Mm.
That's the other side of AI that people struggle with is all of these platforms were trained with different language,
Mm.
because it carries kind of somewhat the bias of its creator, right? And so it's all about understanding how to speak to it. So I kind of say, if we travel to France, we might want to know a little French to communicate better. And I think the same thing with AI is these different models. They all have their own language, and call it dialect. So understanding how to communicate with each one, and that's where I think ChatGPT can help. Is you go in and you say, "Hey, I want to create a prompt for iDiagram. Can you reformat this for me?" And it will rewrite the prompt based on its understanding of not only iDiagram's language, but also its character, counts and what can it actually receive, right? So some of these models you can put a whole paragraph in, some it limits you to word count, and so that can help speed along your process also.
That's awesome. I love that. I mean, really, the sky's the limit. And so, what I love as well is that it allows and provides you like an even better prompt. So then you can just like go in and like change it as you need, you know?
That's right. hmm
That's amazing.
So
So,
that
those are, yeah, go ahead.
so it's kind of cool to think about how we create graphics that we own, and I'll dive a little bit deeper into that just so everyone is feels comfortable. Right now, the general thesis around AI art that that we create is of the ownership of the prompt engineer. So
Mhm.
by writing the prompt, by me describing this, that makes me the artist here. And if this prompt is different or written by someone else, that makes them the artist. And so it's not about how it was trained or how it builds the thing. It comes down to prompt engineering, because at the end of the day, writing this is the skill that we're looking at. And my skills to write this are different than your skills versus other people's skills, and we'll see the rock stars of prompt engineering kind of come, and as the AI communities grow. And I do believe, and it actually already is a job title, is prompt engineer. you can become really good at this and get high paying jobs in Silicon Valley right now by learning how to write these prompts better than other people, because that's ultimately the future. But the future will also do a lot of this for us on the fly. So I don't see this being a long-term thing. I see this being just this short window where we don't have tools in between that automate this process, kind of like what Magic Prompt does. And so,
Somebody's actually asking if you can, because a lot of the images that you created have background color.
yep.
Can you do one with a that is transparent? So you can put it on different POD apparel products. So
Um,
having like a transparent background.
so one of the things you can do is, say I download this.
Mm-hmm.
So I go here and I click download, and I download it, and then remove BG is a free tool. So this is remove.bg. And so all I'm going to do is, here, let me go into here.
And you just remove the background. So it's, yeah, that's great.
So I'll drop
You
it
can also
in.
do that with Canva, but
Yeah,
Canva you need to have the paid version.
correct. So and downloading in different qualities is also, something that you could do. But I'll show you how to even do that cheaper. So
Mm-hmm.
what this will do in free, and as you can see, I'm not even signed in. I'm just using it. It's using its tools to remove the background. If I log in and pay for it, I can download my composite in a higher resolution. But I
Mm.
will also, from here, I'll show you other tools you can use to kind of bypass that, to save a little bit more money. So if in your workflows, if you're using numerous AI tools that all have different pricing, or in some cases free trials, or they're credit-based systems, or maybe you get 25 credits for signing up. That's the quick way to kind of bypass all these fees. You have to understand what you're doing and go through multiple workflows. But it is a way to start generating some product for your brand, generate the sales, and then with the sales, you can come back and subscribe and pay for the tools, so you can do it, more at scale. You'll also notice it's taking a while. That's because I'm not a paid user, right? So if you're a paid user, the system works a lot faster. Thus, they're trying to get us to subscribe, right? But I think if you have the time, and obviously this is saving a significant amount of time compared to trying to cut it out yourself. Also in software like Photoshop, we have background removal is a function of Photoshop now. It leverages a localized AI model to do that for you. So if you have more powerful software, you can do this in there, or you can use free tools like Remove BG to just handle it for you. So we'll give it a second here to do its job. But once this downloads, then yes, it will be a PNG file, and it will be perfectly cut out on its background.
That's awesome. And then essentially you would use booth.ai to create your mockups. Or you
Yep.
could create them, you could start creating them on Printify or whatever POD tool you use, and then download that and then use booth.ai to make it even better and optimize it.
Right. Yes. So that in that workflow, you go from iDiagram to remove
Mhm.
VG. And the next step, if you're not paying for remove VG for the high resolution, you would then add a second or a third step there, which I will show you, which is using what's called super resolution. So super resolution is AI's ability to change the resolution of an image without losing any quality. And
Mhm.
and that leverages the AI diffusion model. So the same way we add the raccoon to the scene through diffusion. In this case, we're adding the missing pixels when you scale. So it's a little complicated, but in bicubic upscaling, what we're doing is, when you look at an image, the screen you're looking at right now is composed of millions of pixels, and in each pixel is a small little square that's in its corresponding corners. And to our visual, our optical nerve, we're taking all this information in, and we're generating or hallucinating the scene that's in front of our eyes. And we're doing that by looking deep into this mosaic of pixels that are all changing in real time.
Mhm.
If I want to take an image that's say 512 by 512 resolution and make that 1024, I take that small square pixel and I double it in size. That's going to make the image twice the size. There can be some smoothing and shaders that are applied to it to make the edges look better. But at the end of the day, you're just stretching the image. So that's why you would never be able to take a small, like a Polaroid photograph you shot back in the day, put that on a billboard, because a billboard,
Yeah, the scaling.
40
Hmm.
feet long, it would be too 48 feet, I guess. It would be uh, too small. But with AI super resolution, what we're able to do is then theorize what all those missing pixels would be. So instead of doubling the pixel in size, it's looking at, there will be a new one here, 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 etc. And then it diffuses those with AI. So it creates the content that would go there. Thus, it allows you to upscale it and do it flawlessly. So, and those models are getting better too, and those run a lot cheaper. Honestly, this is taking a little long, but
It's all good. But yeah, I mean, I think it's
so
good to know that, yeah, remove.bg. There's another one.
so here's an example of an AI super resolution model. So
Mm,
it's called GFP GAN. The reason I'm showing you guys GFP GAN is it works with transparent images. So some of the models won't support transparent images, but as you can see, when this original image was uploaded, it upscaled it, and so this it looks like it went for a 2 scale factor on this. But if, say, we take that original image and we just drop it in here, um, this image, and I can actually show you. So this is 1024 by 1024 in size. If I go into this model and I say, upscale it, actually, I'll say 4 times upscale. It's going to
mhm,
take the image and it's going to run it through that super resolution algorithm we talked about. So
mhm,
it's going to create all the missing pixels to get this to higher scale, at which point, if it's 1024, we're taking this up to 2048, or actually we're taking this up to 4096. And so now you can see the image is actually clear because there's more pixels it's working with.
Oh, I see.
That's an illusion, actually, because it's the same image as before. It's just bigger on our screen. So that's how that works. And if I download this new one, we'll notice. See, the first one is 1 megabyte, and this
Mhm.
one is 3 megabytes.
3 megabytes.
So
Got
it's bigger, it's more detailed. So now we've and you can see, like, the white on his whiskers there.
it.
It's a lot
Mm-hmm.
more defined, a lot more detailed, and now this is perfect for print quality. So
Mm,
and you'll notice on, say, when you're using Printify, it's going to say you have resolution requirements to upload,
mm-hmm.
DPI requirements. This is a quick way to bring your image to DPI without loss of quality, or having to recreate it all. And
So
then
replicate.com is a website.
so Replicate is a service that provides all the models. So you actually have to
Oh,
know what to look for.
okay.
So this is called GFP GAN, um,
Okay.
which you can take a screenshot of this page, or
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll take a screenshot.
and uh, and so Replicate does require you to be signed up. You put a credit card on file. So just to give you how economical this is, I can do about 400,000 of these for
Mm,
$200. And so,
wow.
not that you're going to do that, right? But
Oh.
so that's just how economical it is. It's fractions of pennies every time this thing runs. And so if you put your card on file with Replicate and say you add $5, and then you can put your generation count, or your cap. So they have the ability for you to assign a cap also. So you can say, I only want to spend a maximum of $5 this month. It will stop you from spending more. So you can put that at $2, $5, $10, if you're crazy, $100, and really invest in yourself, but also do it in a way where you're not going to get hurt. And I think it's tools like this that make the workflows cheaper, right? So
Mm-hmm.
say I would have used remove BG for free. Well, let's check on it. Is it done yet?
It's done. Yeah.
It's
Maybe
not.
you're running too many things and you have your video going.
Here, I will just try it again, just because sometimes Yeah. So see, now it worked really fast. All right.
Now you
So
can download it.
so if
Cool.
I want to download the HD, I wonder if it will let me do that. No,
You have
I
to
have
sign
to
up.
sign up, right? But if I want to download the regular version, I can get the regular version. And then what I do is I come over here. So Remove BG is going to charge, probably $20 a month or something like that. Well,
Hmm.
we just learned that this is charging fractions of the pennies. So if I don't want to spend the full $20, I can come in here and I can put the image in here with the transparent background. I go 4 times. I'm now getting a larger image than what I
Mm,
would have. See, now it's the improved image. I download this, and this should be the full transparent PNG. Yep.
that's amazing. Wow. Guys, this is just amazing information right here. Like, you don't find this shit on YouTube. So take notes right now.
Yeah.
Because
So
one of the big complaints with anything Midjourney or DALL-E 2 is the fact that it's highly pixelated. So that fixes that.
yep.
Like,
So
the quality is not good enough for POD.
So we just created an image. We removed its background. We upscaled its quality. Now it's ready to upload straight to Printify.
Hmm.
Printify will help put it on a mockup for us. We download that mockup. We put that in a booth. We turn that into lifestyle photography. We download that mockup, and then we come back over to Printify, or in this case, Etsy. And when we create our listing, we're using lifestyle photography that is unique to our brand. And we're doing this in call it a 5-6 platform workflow, that once you get the hang of it, this should take no more than 10 minutes, right? Like if you're
Mm,
quick at deciding your designs, I can get through this workflow in 5 to 10 minutes. Personally, I'm working a lot slower here, so you guys have time to see what I'm doing. Um,
mm,
but um, but if I'm really working at it, I know, I'm just moving between screens, dropping things around, really working it. And in other workflows, I've had multiple tabs running in my browser where I'm doing numerous requests at once, especially with Booth, because Booth takes 30 to 50 seconds to do its work. So while it's working, I can be in a different software doing something else. And so
mm.
that's kind of, utilizing the AI tools to help create unique things, I think is really cool. And then playing with your designs. The other thing you can do is use ChatGPT 4o to upload images of things that already exist. So in fashion design, we can legally borrow up to 30% of someone else's idea and sell that. That is
Mhm.
a fashion design rule. So if I see something on one of these websites that's trending or really cool, I can download a picture of that or their mock-up or whomever they have
Or
wearing it,
take a screenshot.
take a screenshot, right? And then upload that to ChatGPT 4o and then ask it to describe what it sees the person wearing, and it will do that. And then I ask a follow-up question, create me a prompt that will create something similar for textile design. And then it creates me that prompt. I bring that prompt back to the AI tools. It creates me a unique pattern that looks similar to the original based on its prompting. And then with my eye, I can determine, is this 30% different or a 30% threshold, right? And now I have a competing product that's very similar to the one that's selling, and I haven't violated any rules. I'm not breaking copyright laws. I'm not doing any kind of theft. I'm following the guidelines that have been set forth by the fashion community. So I think it's also when we think about what are we selling to people, people generally want to buy things that allow them to fit in or be seen, right? In my
Mhm,
opinion. And so two different ways. One is the peacock effect. I want to be noticed, and the
mhm,
other, I just want to blend in.
mhm.
But I want to blend in a cool way that I don't get made fun of. So having these tools and being able to jump on these trends is really important.
Yeah, no, this is a lifesaver. I mean, so literally today we went over how you can create your own model mockups using booth.ai, mainly for apparel, but they're also coming out with jewelry. For jewelry, you'd be able to do your own flat lay. And then how to create even better designs for POD using ideogram. So, Austin, there's something you wanted to share with my community, I think, right?
Sure. So we're working on a product that is going to be released to the community here in about 10 days. And what it's going to do is allow you to create all your designs on the fly. So a company I've built is called 99 Gens. So as I said early on the Zoom, I'm in tech. I'm also in design. And so we've created a tool called 99 Gens. We have AI prompts here. We can also upload images. So what I'll do is I'll grab that. We had created that pattern, if you guys remember. So
Mm-hmm.
if I go into my designs here, I should be able to find it. Here it is. And so I think we liked, which one do we like best? This one actually is,
This one. Yeah,
yeah.
this one is more Etsy friendly with the
Yep.
gray.
So I'm going to download this as an 8x8 tile here. Um, and so it will give us enough tiles, for design. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to here. Let me come into this is a little graphic I made for my dog's birthday yesterday.
Oh, so
Happy
cute.
birthday!
Oh.
As you guys can see, this is AI generated. So I used iDiagram to create this birthday cake. So this birthday cake wasn't real, and it was able to put her name on it. And
You
then
uploaded her photo.
yeah, so this is just her being placed in the scene right there.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll go ahead and open this with Photoshop, and now here's our pattern. So as you guys can see, we have a seamless textile pattern here.
Mm-hmm.
What I have to do is I have to bring this image down in size so it doesn't take forever to upload. So I'll go 2048 by 2048 with this. Save this as, and what we're waiting for is for iDiagram to open an API so we can integrate them directly into our service. But now we're just waiting for them to do that. So here we go. It's 5.6 megabytes. It's the full textile pattern. We can crop it if we want, but because it's a seamless tile pattern, we won't. And then we're going to upload it to our system. So what we've done is we've generated a system that takes your textile patterns, product photography. Say you shot a picture of a bunch of flowers in a field, that becomes art that you can upload. And similar to that flower, product I showed you before. And then based on the tile width, you can get different products designed. And so as we can see, what the system's doing is generating the mock-ups. So here's the crop tee. And so here she is wearing the design on her crop tee. And it created the sleeves. It also created the front and the back designs here. Some of our other products are a lot more advanced. Like here's the skater dress. So here she is wearing the pattern on her skater dress, or take tops, or all these other products. It looks like, all right, so I see what's happening. We have to tell it. Sometimes,
That's great. So essentially, you're going to be able to upload a pattern, and it's going to, on the fly, upload it to all these different POD products for you. So then you
yeah,
can just simply publish them.
yep. So check out this backpack. So
Mm-hmm.
this is a kid's backpack. As you can see, it's created all the panels for the backpack here, and look at the resolution on that. So this is
Amazing.
super high resolution print. So your products just automatically work. Sometimes software, when you're dealing with multiple company APIs. So this is Printful's API that's telling us to retry. That's fine. We can wait an extra 30 seconds to have our full product designed, right? So when we talk about software development, it's like, oh, it didn't work. Well, it still did 10 hours of work in 60 seconds. And
Right.
so here's the unisex sweatshirt. We have like the beanie hats. These are, you can buy this and wear this right now. But also more advanced.
So where is this publishing? Like, is it publishing on Shopify?
Yes. So what we do is we have a bridge between us and Shopify. So we can submit all the products straight out to Shopify as soon as we want. So as you can see here, now we have the sleeves, we have the front, we have that it has pockets,
Mm-hmm.
it has a lot of detail here. If anyone's ever used, cut and sew products in the past, which I'm sure some of you have, you'll know that to do a windbreaker, you need 7 design files, and you
Mm-hmm.
need all of these assets to line up with each other. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what
If
our
you do it manually, absolutely.
so this is what our software does is it takes your assets, and as you can see, that's perfectly placed, guys. I mean, this is
Yeah.
a brand new product. And say we take that product and we come back over to booth. So I'll show you how that works. So where's my how do I add for some reason it's library maybe. Oh yeah, products. They moved it. All right. So I'm just gonna say raccoon windbreaker. We're gonna put the file in
Mm-hmm.
this one that we just created together.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna so they don't have all the different things. So for windbreakers, I just say it's like a sweater. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of the same structure, and then the AI figures it out. And so so that's another good tip to know is they're not going to have categories that perfectly describe all your products, but if you pick something within the range, then Booth figures it out. So Booth is uploading this image that we just created here, and while that's working, I'll come back over here. You know what? Still a few printful rejections. That's fine. That's the beauty of the refresh buttons is if Printful says no, we just try again, and Printful works.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that, and then we have the booth is uploading this image to themselves, and then it's going to the AI model is going to start working on it. So as you guys can see, is I pay for a lot of credits over here, but as you can see, I don't use a lot of credits.
Mm.
And the reason I don't use a lot of credits is you only spend credits on the images that you keep. Um,
Right. So you can test multiple mockups and then just
yep,
only pay for the one that you like. That's
that,
great. So it allows you for like a lot of margins of like trial and error.
that's right. So here it just indicated it did it. The software's a little slow at advancing. There it goes. Um, so now we have to choose. So that we want a guy wearing this. So maybe that guy or
That's amazing. So essentially, your software is enabling us to create a pattern, right? Put it into all these different products. It's using the models from Printful, correct?
yep,
And then all we have to do to change the model is go to booth.ai to change the face of the model.
that's
So
right.
then we no longer have like a generic Printful mockup. That's amazing.
So check this out. So I'm gonna position him. See, the thing I don't like about Printful's mockup is he's so zoomed out. He's
Yeah, which makes no sense because I mean, essentially, exactly, we're trying to sell that product,
right.
right?
So now I can reposition him so we can actually see this better when it comes
Right.
in. So
And
if I
that's the other thing, guys, about like some of the mockups provided by these POD suppliers. Just today, actually, I was talking to folks inside my membership. Like a lot of time, the mockups that are provided, especially when it comes to apparel, are just not good enough mockups. And especially when you're dealing with a marketplace like Etsy, you do need to have good mockups because that's what folks are going to decide to click on or not. And if they don't understand your product, then they're not going to click on it.
so now we can see it's created all the products.
Mhm.
We have 45 in total, and as we build our platform, we'll have more. So we're
Mhm.
constantly working on adding more. We have two options here. We can buy them for ourselves if it's for us immediately, and you're paying what Printful would charge you, and then so you can do that all in the platform. That's direct host sale, and as we scale our business, you get more of our volume discounts with Printful also, so we can extend those off to you. The other is added to a storefront. So say I want to put it in my demo store here, and I
Mhm.
create, this is raccoon. party. Let's just call it Raccoon Party.
Mm-hmm.
Create collection. So that's creating a collection on Shopify. I've been able to preview all the products I'm uploading. In this case, it's 45 products that we're uploading. Skip that if for a faster workflow, you don't need to go through that step. I know I'm putting in 45. It's got the 45. It's good. And then I'm choosing my percentage of income here because it's going live. So fixed versus percent. So say it's a percent. I want to make 30% markup on this product. That's as simple as it is. And now it's taking those 45 brand new products. It's instantly publishing. We're creating the titles, the descriptions, all the variants for your size guides and everything. So it's doing it all for you. And as we build more advanced tools, it will create more flexibility for your workflows. But in about 10 days, we're going to be launching direct Etsy integration. And so,
Ooh, yay! I was just going to ask about that. Amazing.
So right now, if you wanted to,
You'd have to go through Shopify and see e-commerce.
You would create a Shopify store, and then you would install an app that bridges you between Shopify and Etsy, and it would clone all your Shopify listings out to your Etsy. So that's a way you could do it today. But what we're going to do here is we're going to make it easier. We're going to allow you to publish directly from our platform. So as you can see, it's now live. So I'm going to go out to 99 demos where we have all our collections, and we should see a new collection appear here. It doesn't have a photo. Yep, here it is. That's the Raccoon Party collection. If I click on it, we'll see that 41 of the 45 have synced so far. And here's all our products in e-commerce. And so
that's amazing. So essentially, once you have a design, well, ideally winning design, right? Like, because especially with Etsy, you want to know what's going to do well. Then you're able to scale and upload it to all these different product suites.
Check out our raccoon shoes.
They look cool, actually.
Yeah. So it's,
but it only allows patterns, right? Like that's the key. It's like all pattern stuff.
Patterns or abstract art, right?
Or
like
abstract
if you
art.
Really cool abstract art, it will look really cool. The other thing you can do is and in my storefront manager, you'll see I manage all my stores here. So I'm able to then see all my products. This is how I upload that missing collection photo. But if I click in here, I'm managing all these products internal of the dashboard. So I can see all the products. I can search through them. Well, just control find on here allows me to search, right? So there I find hoodie, and then here's all the different size variants. It shows my markup. Now we put 30%. You'll notice it's 29 because we do rounded numbers at the end of the day. We find price conformity helps with e-commerce. And so if it's like $14.96, someone's not as likely to buy it as if it's just a flat $14 or $15. So, but you're able to come in here and modify those directly if you wanted to. So we can either do bulk edit here, or I can just go, buy each one, and I can change all these prices to fill in the profit that I'm looking for. So if I change that to 13, I'll see we're charging $61 for it. Maybe I want it to be just $60. So I know that's a 25% markup. So then I just say 25 across the board here, apply to all. I come in here, I click save, and then that's pushing the change out to Shopify directly, which then if you had that Etsy sync, it would just update that. And then if I have these products, okay, so so we have our new lifestyle photography. So here's our guy in the barn wearing it. So which one?
That looks great.
Yeah, so maybe we choose him, this one. So I'll go ahead and purchase this for us so we can see what it looks like. So I'll spend the 20 credits. We're downloading it. And then I have to come back over here to Raccoon Party.
Your storefront, to the collection.
Yep, and then I find the windbreaker.
And then you upload the new model.
Yep, and then I come here, and then I upload the replace.
So that's really like the only place where there's like more manual work, right? So
yeah, but we're working on workflows to make this bringing Booth's tools into our platform.
Oh, that would be sick.
So then when you, instead of clicking replace, you click booth, and then it sends you through this cool workflow that
Oh
allows
my
you
gosh, that would be a game changer.
to, and then publish it directly. So we're working with Booth on that now.
Yeah.
I can't
When do
give
you
you,
think they'll be ready?
honestly, and I'll be transparent with you guys. The challenge is these views. It's
Mm,
the front view works perfectly. This is
mm,
what Booth and I
mm.
are working on figuring out right now. But as you can see, the image has been replaced. And so if we come back over here, um, and I go back into the raccoon collection here, I should put a image there. We can see now all 45 products are live. Um,
Mhm.
and then as we're scrolling down, it should be pretty obvious when we see the one that we've changed because it's a full image. And then this is using the,
There we go.
so here it is. So we've just created this windbreaker. We're charging $59 for it. We have our own lifestyle photography in high definition of him wearing
Mhm,
it. And this guy doesn't exist on Printful,
mhm,
and so
mhm,
he is 100% unique to our page. We have all our size disposition here. I'm in Chrome, so I'm getting the Amazon Pay button. If you were in Safari, you would get the Apple Pay button. Um, and this is just basic Shopify, right? And if you
mhm.
own your own Shopify, you can modify all these settings. But as we can see, this is how it works. And so yes, so this product that did not exist when we started the Zoom now exists, and we didn't have to hire this guy to come in and shoot the photo for us. Um,
Yeah, which I mean, that's a game changer when it comes to anything POD and anything apparel, where you don't need to use everybody else's mock-up. You can literally create your own. And yeah, it might take some tweaking for it to get the right mood that you want based on what your brand is about or what the actual design is about. But once you have that on dial, literally you could just like reuse the same models across your store
yep, yep.
and really brand yourself that way as well.
So as we scale, we'll be adding more and more products. But as you can see, like these are high tops,
Mm-hmm.
and the little overlay magnifier I have here is a little weird,
I
but
love that, but it feels like she's moving, she's walking.
yeah. But you can kind of see how in an 8x8 grid, it gridded that way. One of the features we'll have is what we call tile width, so you'll be able to kind of size the tiles to be smaller or larger. Back on our platform, we also have a feature to add logos.
Mhm,
We can't necessarily do it to this design because this design already has a bunch of text and everything on it, but I'll show you with a different design. So one of the cool things we can do is we can manage numerous designs at once.
mhm.
So I can say I was just trying to upload backpacks. I could go like this, and now I'm just uploading backpacks. Um, we'll just put it in there for an example. So now I can just do backpacks. But in the sense of what we want to do is we want to add a logo to these products. So say, and a logo could be anything. I'll show you guys. Um, the Virgin logo works pretty good. Um, so here's the Virgin logo. If I upload this and I can colorize it, so I can say on this background, maybe it's white is the right color for it. We have
Mhm,
these quick selectors here, but white is a cool background for it. And then you can add an underlay if you wanted to make it pop more. That's if it's going to blend into the design. That would look kind of like that.
mhm,
Yeah, that could be cool because Virgin's colors, right? So
mhm.
continue. And now what it's going to do is it's going to create a new carousel where it recreates these products with the Virgin logo on it. Now, what's cool is what we showed you with remove background and that graphic tee is if you created the abstract pattern like this for your background, and then you came in and added the logo on top, but in this case, you specified that graphic tee image, then it would put that onto the products on top of them and layer it on top, kind of like what we're seeing here.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But maybe you could do that with like a PNG, essentially. So
Yeah.
let's say you wanted to add like that effect.
Hmm.
and you wanted to add like your own design, so then you would add the design obviously as a transparent PNG as a logo.
Yep, yep. And so
Cool.
that's how kind of that works. Is see, now we have the Virgin branding on these products.
Mm.
It works for whether it's your store name or it's a cool trend. And
Mhm.
we'll be adding overlay and text editors too, so you can create things. But yes, more importantly, that PNG. Um, let me let me show you how it works with the raccoon image. Let's see,
Mhm.
because we already had it as a PNG, I believe. Is this the? Yeah, here it is. So we'll just upload this. Um, I don't know why it's sized it that way. It's kind of weird, but we'll see what happens. Continue, continue. Oh, is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. So it's just a process of continuing to create and be creative, right? At the end of the
Mhm.
day, we want to create tools that help create faster workflows. We don't promise our tools are perfect, but we do promise that they speed up your life.
Mhm.
You know, our platform. Um, why is it using the Virgin logo again? Here, I'm just going to go and restart this process. Even the uploader was a little wanky there, um, putting the graphic on the wrong side. Let's see if we can just refresh this and make it easier. Um, that's the PNG. See, I don't know why it's shaped like that. It might just be the way that this image is formatted. Let's try again. But yeah, that's the iterative process of design, right? It's but if you're on ChatGPT or iDiagram or any of these tools, you know, just remember this is all early, right? We're at the very early stages, even though we're over 2 years now into image generation. People are still experimenting with it, trying to figure it out, trying to figure out the legal around it.
But
Um,
I mean, just the opportunities. I mean, just from like only a year ago, how far we've come, and the ability to use completely different models without necessarily having to go on Etsy and buy models, right? Like you can create
right.
your own models on your own. Because I mean, on Etsy, I don't know if you know, Austin, but there's just like a few stores who sell generated AI models. So people will like buy their mockups and they're cheap for like, I don't know, $1, $2, or they have bundles.
Uh,
I mean, so that's another way, by the way, guys, that's a digital product that is allowed on Etsy and folks are selling those. But having your own model, which will help differentiate your store, is such a game changer. And now also this ability, especially if you have a design that is doing well, performing well, the ability to scale it and try it out in different products is great. Obviously, not all products are created equal, but at least putting that out there and testing those what has potential for you on Etsy, so if you have something that's performing well for apparel, well then it can be really easy to put it on a tote bag or a beach towel, whatever that is, right? It doesn't hurt to try, because if anything you're going to get some additional sales.
so it might just be the image we're trying to upload.
Oh,
Um,
it's giving you a hard time.
yeah, sometimes image. No, it feels like it's working, but did it make it super small? Yeah. So, but as you can see, it's on there now, and so certain products it will be placed differently. So one of the things I have to do is create a tool that allows you to adjust the size of where it lands. But you can
Hmm.
quickly see that it put the raccoon right there. It does say happy birthday. We would want it a little bit bigger in this design. So this overlay feature was built for company logos and it was built generally around where people expect logos to land on products. So they're understated but still representative of the brand. So we can see now the raccoons there. This is a hideous pattern, by the way, but I there
Yes,
might be a
exactly.
customer support those. So,
I don't know.
and then, it's weird that these are not working because they were just working earlier. So technology has its limitations, but really
Well,
what
I mean, technically, it's still in beta, right? You guys still have 2 weeks for it to.
Yeah, as you can see, we are defined as beta here, and that's the beauty of growing a company is working through all the kinks. But for the most part, it generates your products for you. It does all the asset creation. It does all the publishing, and it allows you to then manage them all. And as we build the company to be bigger, it will do more and more and integrating more tools. But also. Love working with companies like iDiagram who have really worked hard on, figuring out the tech stuff, working with Booth to do the lifestyle generation. So we're kind of in a world of collaboration, and I think that's what's really what's going to grow our communities and everything we do is let's not try to build it all on our own. Let's collaborate with everyone that's already working on different areas that they fine tune to have better results.
I love this. Thank you so much, Austin. So, guys, just a reminder, the 99 Gen tool will be available 2 weeks from now on Etsy for the Etsy integration. So if you guys are interested, make sure to check out my Facebook group because I'll make an announcement there or comment in this video. And yeah, I mean, this was jam-packed with lots of information. Really quickly, before I let you guys go, I wanted to actually share as well some mock-ups that are available on Etsy for you to purchase. Now, I know we just went through all of the different ways that we can do this on our own, but I also want to give you that option just so you know as to what is available. So really quickly, I'll walk you through it, even though a lot of this can actually be done. And also just like, guys, like look at the revenue potential of some of these like mock-up bundles. So literally now that you know about booth.ai, you could literally create all these different mock-ups and resell them because a lot of these shops, that's what they're doing. Like I was mentioning. And I mean, if you go on their shop, you'll see they're really reselling it just for a couple dollars. And because folks need different models, right? And part of the hard work is like creating a model that's gonna work for you and having like the right background, etc. But anyway, so just wanted to share this. And then when it comes to jewelry as well, if you guys are doing outprint, there is this necklace mock-up that is available. And so the beauty of this is that you could literally leverage some of the tools that Austin shared with us. So essentially, you could take out the backgrounds, you could re-upload them to booth.ai, and then change different backgrounds as you need them to be. So this is another option if you guys are doing outprint that I wanted to share. And here's also other photos of AI generated photos with necklaces, which you could also leverage. And these are as well are available on Etsy. And obviously the beauty of this again is that you could upload these to booth.ai and sort of like try to create your own. Just as a FYI, because I don't know if you know this, Austin, but Outprint is a company based in Netherlands. Now they also ship from the US and they have laser engraved jewelry, which are these usually round necklaces, and you can create your own design, or they have a few designs that you can also sell, and it comes with a message card. And so when it comes to where to find these AI prompts, so a lot of it, like Austin mentioned in today's live, is that you can ask ChatGPT to help you with the prompts a lot of times, right? But if you're lazy, just FYI, there's just like a lot of different stores that are selling them and also making money reselling them, just as an FYI. So if you're good with prompts and just going through the due diligence of doing it yourself, you could also resell it. So guys, I just wanted to make a final announcement. If you're interested, I have a membership, which is a monthly membership in which essentially every week we share with you guys some videos of items that are in high demand. So these could be like different print on demand or digital product trends. And as well, we have 2 monthly live Q&A calls that we host on a monthly basis. We have a private Kajabi community, along with weekly Canva templates, AI prompts as well, a Notion template that we just released, and monthly templates to help you get organized. So if this is something you're interested in, make sure to join us now. It's only $67 a month, and you can cancel anytime. Do you guys have any other questions for us? I'm gonna stop sharing. Yay, I'm glad that you were able to get so much value. Yay, awesome. Super excited that you guys were able to get value from this. Yeah, I mean, Austin pretty much shared all these different AI tools that no one ever talks about. So I would spend the time of going through this video again and taking notes of everything he recommended. And then keep an eye out for when he releases his Etsy integration, which we can't wait for that to happen, because it's really going to open up the possibilities. Is there anything else you want to add, Austin?
Well, no, I think it's, there's a lot of moving parts in all of this, right? So sometimes too much information is information overload, but
Yeah.
I think it's really, understanding workflows and understanding that using multiple tools to get your result is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. So understanding numerous tools that can be used in conjunction with each other to achieve that optimal result, and save you money. You see,
Yeah.
that's the thing is even with the background removal, right? Like you can do it for free and then take it to the upscaler for a fraction of a penny, and you get the same result versus spending $20 a month or $40 a month on the other side. So there are great ways to save money by mixing and matching tools, and then
And
also,
it's also all about testing, right? So like figuring out what's going to work for you. Also like creating almost like your little templates based on whatever product or idea you have, and then leveraging those templates over and over again, like creating a workflow exactly that works based on whatever your brand is trying to accomplish, right?
yep. And then one thing I will say with our product that we're building, and this is just the future of it, is I kind of touched on it, is we'll do a lot of volume at scale. And so
Yeah.
what we want to be able to do is then give that all that savings back to our users, which
Mm-hmm.
eventuality, and it's not today, but it will be soon, is by running your products through our platform, you'll be buying them cheaper than you do directly through Printify. Because at scale, we will be able to get that global discount volume. So that is one of the ways that we see about helping improve people's lives is taking as much cost out of as possible. Also, that allows you not necessarily to create more profitability, but to be able to offer the products cheaper so that you sell more, right? So that's the thing, is you can become more competitive. And that's why we will always extend all those discounts 100% on to our users, because we know that your ability to sell products cheaper than what even the PODs are offering you will help improve your business and grow your business. And then we already have a small percentage in everything we do on the print on demand side, and so you're buying it from us at the same price you think, or you would be buying from them, but then they're kicking us back on the other end. So how we make money is on your transactions, but it doesn't impact, if you did it directly, and then we want to be able to give you all these tools that make it super easy, and do that all at very low cost, if not free. The majority of our platform is completely free right now. So I think in just a couple of weeks, you guys can all log on and start
Excited.
and connect your Etsy stores and start pushing products and pay no more than you would if you were doing it yourself.
I love that. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Austin, for sharing that with our community. And I can't wait to let you guys know when that is live. And yeah, make sure as well, guys, like one final reminder, even though it's summer and it might obviously like it can be a little slower, this is the best time to get prepared for Q4. So having a tool like 99gen can really be a game changer, because it's going to give you leadway and you can start uploading all these winning designs if you already have the data of what's worked in your store, so you can be ready for Christmas. So this is very exciting time. And I mean, anybody in e-commerce will tell you you have to start working in July for Q4. That's how the game works, you know? So thank you, Austin, for taking the time to speak to you to us. And yeah, thank you for joining us, Miss Barrison. And yeah, keep us posted, guys. Make sure to follow the Facebook group to have info about 99 Gen, and also comment here, and we'll make sure to keep you guys on the loop. Thank you, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks, everyone.